Hello everyone, it's Sandybstitcher here, Sandy Bacus. It is Wednesday, June 12th, and I am back to do a Flosstube update. Still struggling trying to use this tablet, so I hope the video quality and everything comes through okay. Some life updates. Olivia is doing okay as far as I know. And my sister-in-law Lori is doing okay. I don't think they've restarted her chemo yet. She's still using oxygen all the time, but she's getting out. She's doing some things, so she's doing as well as can be expected. Bob is doing okay, still taking a fall about once a day, but thankfully, keep our fingers crossed, he has not hurt himself, badly in taking all these falls. I am doing okay. I've been on my antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication now for almost a month, and it is starting to help a little bit. So I feel like I'm doing okay. I saw my family doctor, and everything was okay on that front. And I saw my heart doctor this morning. And for anybody who doesn't know, I have CAD, which is coronary artery disease, and I have a stent, that heart stent that was put in back in 2012 when I had a major blockage of the major artery in the heart. And I think they call it the LED, the Widowmaker. And so I will be having a stress test done later this month because I haven't had one now in about 4 years. So doctor felt it was probably time to do that. So hopefully everything will be okay, and we'll just go on as we've been going on. Been getting outside, doing a little bit of yard work. We're still getting a ton of rain, but we had sunshine yesterday, and we have sunshine today. So it's like, wow, 2 days in a row. I don't think we've strung 2 days in a row together for a while. It's just, and they're calling for more rain tomorrow. So it is what it is. Last week, I did my video on the 1st of June, I believe it was. And right after that, excuse me, right after that, my stitchy bug just wasn't cooperating with me very well for a good part of the next week. I did stitch each day, but I didn't stitch a whole heck of a lot. I had a lot of things on my mind, and that could have had a lot to do with it. And I was reading, and I have been playing some computer games on the tablet. I like card games like solitaire. They have like daily challenges that I like to do. And also there's a game called Tap Tiles, and I really enjoy that one, and it has daily challenges and things like mahjong, you know what I mean, matching the little tiles. And so I have gotten back into doing that quite a bit, and jigsaw puzzles on the computer. I love doing those. So consequently, I have quite a few things that I've stitched on, but not an awful lot of progress on anything. So let me show you what I have done. Okay, one of the things that I've worked on was God's Love, and I've got this in the plastic bag, and I'm just kind of going to leave it there. This is from Imaginating, and I didn't do a whole heck of a lot on this. I just wasn't feeling it, but this is on 14 count buttermilk, and I did this shell up here and all the back stitching in it, and I did these blue stitches in here, and that's pretty much about it. So not really a whole heck of a lot to show you there, but I have decided that when I'm stitching, I have to be feeling it on that particular project. Okay, one of the next things that I worked on, and got to dig, I left some of these things in the bags and containers here. I was working on my Janelin Kit Spring Montage, and this is 14 count Ada, and it's like like an oatmeal. It doesn't really say what it is on here. It just says 14 count Ada fabric, but it looks like an oatmeal. And this is how this one looks now. And I had previously done all the way across the top with all the back stitching. And I had previously done this part that's completed over here. And I had started on this flower. Well, I went in and I completed the rest of this up in here and this down in here. And I did a little bit of back stitching in there, but not very much. So that's where I'm at on Spring Montage. This is a heavier Ada. You know how you can get some that's just feels heavier than others? And this one is a heavier feeling one. And it takes a little more effort to push that needle up and down through the fabric. Okay, let me slide this one over here out of the way. And the next one that I had been working on was Free Kittens. And dig this out here. This is also an Imaginating chart. This was gifted to me. I can't remember right now who sent it to me, but it was gifted to me with the fabric and the floss and the chart. And since I can't remember right now, my brain is doesn't always work the way I would like it to. I just want to continue to say thank you to that person. You know who you are. But this is a fun chart, and Southernmost Stitcher had seen this and bought it, and then we were doing a stitch along together on Instagram, and so I've been posting my progress, and I haven't seen a post of hers for a while, so she must be working on some other things. But this is where I'm at on this one. And this is what it looks like now. And this time I brought this border down a little bit, and the back stitching, I did some of this in here, and I did some back stitching in there. I did some of this up in here and the little bird, and I back stitched the bird, and then that was where I stopped. So I still have to go up in here and finish back stitching her hair, and then I haven't decided whether I'm going to move across and do more of the lady or whether I'm going to move down. I'll figure that out the next time I get it out. So that is Free Kittens. That was by Diane Arthurs. All right, now let me see. Where am I at? I got a couple more here to show you. Okay, I worked on my Hade, which is Mini Mount Cabin Home. And I think it was Lana mentioned to me that this was the first time that she noticed the German Shepherd there on the porch. This is a tiny little picture. Whoops. Don't tip it over, Sandy. It is a tiny little picture, so I'm trying to hold it up there as close as I can so you can see there is, I'm shaking, but there is a lot of detail on items that are on that porch. And I'm hoping that all of that detail is going to eventually come out in the picture. But of course, I am very much close to the beginning here. And let me show you where I got to and where I worked. Okay, here is all of it. I think I've got it in the frame there where you can see it. And where I was working is most of what I did was down in here. And I was working on that page there. And then I got tired of doing all the confetti and I went up here and I started in finishing up the porch roof up here. So I should be getting, let's see, there's, I'm kind of looking at the posts there and how that, yeah, I probably got quite a bit of that roof to go that goes, it kind of comes up as it goes over here. So I've got some more to do, but that's where I'm at on that one. And I will continue to work on that one this month. And then, oops, oh, you know what? I'm going to have a disaster before this is over with, because I have this tablet propped up with a bunch of different stuff, trying to hold it so that it will, and I keep bumping it. I got to be careful, not get too carried away with waving my hands around here. Okay, the next one I got out was my Barbara Anna Designs, Love Never Fails. This, of course, is the sampler that I am doing for my anniversary. Last November was 40 years for Bob and I had decided to do this one. And I've only worked on it a few different times, but and this, everything that I've shown you is pretty much 40 count if I haven't told you, or 40 count, 14 count if I haven't told you. And this one is 14 too, but this is hand dyed heroic, and it's so soft and buttery. It's just like needle glides through this stuff. And there is where this one is and where I worked this time. And I just have worked on this just a small amount of time. I worked on this middle part of the dress here and the sleeve over here, and then started down her arm. And then there's a page break right in here, right? Two rows up from those. And so I stopped there, and then I went back and started filling in the middle of the dress. There's a lot of black stitching. And so I may work on this some more before I put this one away. I worked on that yesterday morning for a little while, and this morning for a little while before I had to go off to the doctor. And that's pretty much all I've worked on. I'm trying to get myself motivated to go and do some straightening in my craft room and get a little bit more of a handle on what I have up there. But so far, it hasn't happened, but maybe it will. Who knows? I've been going out and trying to help outside some with weed whacking. Weed whacking out there. Excuse me. We have a very large yard, and it just seems like with all the rain we've had, we can't keep up with the mowing, and we can't keep up with the weed whacking. And Bob and I were just talking about it a little bit ago and saying that if each day when there's some sunshine, I go out there and I try weed whacking, that if I did it every single day and just tried to go in a circle, it would be never ending, because you can't catch up with it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Eventually, I think that the rain has to level off, and we'll get into some drier weather, and then we won't have quite as much yard work to do. Okay, now let me give away some of the charts from last time and show you some new ones. This one I'm still holding on to, this Connie G Stitches. This was the gingerbread man. And Connie G Stitches had got this one. I commented on her comment earlier this month, but I haven't checked my email in the last couple of days, but the last time that I checked it, I hadn't gotten an address yet to mail this out to. So I'm going to hold on to this for another week or so, and if I don't hear anything, I'll have to put it out there again and see if anyone else wants it. So if you know Connie G Stitches, you know, maybe mention to her that I'm waiting for an address. All right, we were giving away Friends, and Friends goes to Felice Amadio. I believe that's how that's pronounced. Felice, if you will send your mailing address to my email address, sandybstitcher@gmail.com, I will get that out to you. The next chart was the angel, and the angel goes to Sharon Smithers, and I have your address. And this goes with that. Came apart. And the next chart was the bears, the good night and the good morning bears, and these are going to Vicki Pickstock. So Vicki, I have your address. Okay, some new ones to give out this week. We have some Christmas ornaments here. Let's see. These are quite cute. You could do these as ornaments, or you can do them as a framed piece. Try to get those up there as close as I can. Aren't those cute? So if you are interested in these, tell me you would like to stitch mouse. The next one, and I think I gave one of these away a few weeks ago, but some of these I have duplicates because my mother and I both had subscriptions to these old magazines, and it's Santa and his reindeer. So if you are interested in stitching this one, just tell me you would like to stitch Santa. Then I have an oldie but a goodie here. This was a free chart way back in 1992. This is by Gloria and Pat, and it is Precious Moments. So if anybody has interest in that, just tell me you'd like to stitch the Precious Moments. And this one is a sampler, and it has also a, there's a couple of flowers on the back here, but it's the Victoriana. So if you would like to stitch this one, just Victoriana or Victory or something that has the VIC in it so that I know that that's the one you're interested in. Okay, I know I haven't been very lively today. It's just been, I don't know, I'm working on getting through things, so sorry I wasn't more, what do I want to say, jumping around, and maybe it's the Lexapro. Maybe the Lexapro is calming me down and I'm not all over the place like I was before. I feel somewhat calmer, so maybe that's it. So that's really all that I have. I'm going to keep stitching away and just doing the best that I can each day, and then I will be back and show you my progress and give away those charts. As always, I want to thank everyone for being here and watching my channel and hitting that like button, and also for the comments that you leave. I always appreciate them. And just want to say, you know, thanks for coming by, and I hope you come back again. Especially if you're new, I would appreciate a subscribe. And I've been at probably close to the same number of subscribers for a while now. So um, I don't know. I keep thinking maybe before the end of the year I'll get to that 500 mark. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it's not the reason why I do this. Um, I just like to have a nice visit with you all. So I want to let everybody know that I'm thinking about all of you that comment and everything, and even the ones that are just kind of hanging out and watching and not commenting and not subscribing. I'm glad you're out there too. So I want everybody to take care, have a good day, have happy stitching if that's what you do, and if you do another craft, I hope that you have good luck with all of your crafts. And again, hugs and love to everybody, and remember to be kind. So we'll see you all maybe in about a week or so. So take care. Bye bye.